going to demonstrate the new Circle-pack Key of the Tom.bio ID Framework on a knowledge base which is derived from tables that describe money spider characteristics in the spiders of Great Britain and Ireland by Michael Roberts. Those tables were originally transcribed into an Excel spreadsheet by Nigel Kane-Honeysett of the BAS, and I've modified that spreadsheet so that it suits the format required by the framework knowledge base. So that's what sits behind this demonstration. And the reason I've chosen it is because there are a large number of taxa, sort of 250 odd, and this particular circle pack arrangement lets you see all of the taxa at once and how they respond to the input characters. So this character here, tibial spines, describes the arrangement of spines on the tibia of the legs of the spiders, and I'm going to select this option here, 2211. And we can see immediately some circles grow in size, they change colour to blue, some shrink and go orange, and the larger blue ones are the ones that match that character. Let's just click on some of these circles that represent the genus, which circles the species here. So this is Eidothorax, for example, so those are matching. Barythema matches, Walkenaria matches, Antilocara matches. So a lot of the genus match that character, but conversely a lot don't, like Centromerus here. So we can see how the knowledge base reacts, if you like, to the input of those characters, not only at the level of the taxon, but at the level of the genus. And that's one advantage of this arrangement for displaying the taxa in this multi-access key. So let's put in another character. I'm going to put in a TM1 value. I'm not going to describe what these are, but spider people will know what they are, of 0.4. And again, more of the taxa have been ruled out now. The taxa with the best matches are always outlined with dotted lines here, so we can see that we've got a number of taxa from different genus that are matching the characters that they've been put in so far. Let's input another one, and I'm going to say that TM4 is present. So now we're really whittling down the number of taxa which match those characters. We've got a couple of Walkenarias here which match, and also a few Antilocara that match. We can zoom in and out, not just by clicking on these circles, by the way, but using the mouse wheel and just dragging and zoom in, so we can set our own zoom preference. You can see how the names of the taxa are abbreviated as the circles become too small to sort of host the full name, and that's all sort of done on the fly. Finally, I'm going to put a body length in here, and I'm going to put 1.4 millimeters, and we're finally down just to one taxa which has got the highest score. Has still got a perfect score, Antilocara errata. If I click on the taxon name there, I get a little dialogue which shows all the information in the knowledge base for that taxon, and of course we've got the characters that we've been inputting there. We've also got another bunch of characters which Nigel put in from Roberts, showing the page references for that species in Roberts, and also even the page reference in Lockett and Millage for the same species. If I right-click my mouse over the visualization, you can see that a context menu appears where I can do a few things with this. So, for example, instead of showing the names of the taxa, name for each taxon as it is at the moment, I can change it to genus here. And otherwise, the key works in exactly the same way, but it just highlights the genus rather than the actual taxon names, and that can sometimes be useful. It also outlines the circles representing the genus in the sort of dark hard line there. Let's go back to the show names for each taxon. There's also an option, if I right click, to ignore the higher taxa, so this will just bunch everything, all the circles, regardless of their actual taxonomic relationships, with the better scoring, therefore larger circles, shown towards the centre of the visualization. Let's just change a few characters here. Let's change that to 3 millimeters there, and you can see everything changes now. The better match is Origone logipalpis for the characters I've put in there. Okay, and not forgetting, of course, that the other visualizations are available from this drop-down list here. So that's the Circle-pack Key, the newest addition. But we've also got the older visualizations, which are just work in exactly the same way, but visualize the data differently. So here's the single column key. So we've got Origone longipalpis at the top there with the highest score, then all the other taxa below it. Of course, it's a very, very long list for Linyphiidae, which is why the circle, and you have to scroll down a long way, but that's why the Circle-pack Key, I think, is so effective for the larger taxonomic groups. Let's just put the taxa back on. There we go.